Hey, everybody. We have a very sparse crowd so far. It's still early. Let's give people a couple of minutes to get here. Corey, do you have a mic this evening, or we're still trying to put the computer together?
I have a mic because I am on my laptop.
Okay. So, still want to go buy another Mac Mini?
The Mac Mini seems really cost effective until you realize you also need to buy a microphone, a webcam, and probably a set of speakers because you can't really hear off that thing. But hey, it will power a browser.
Well, yeah. So, you need a monitor, you need speakers, but it's still cheaper than the 27-inch iMac. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's really weird how they priced everything.
I had a 27-inch iMac, and then after 10 years, or about 10 years, it started going, and I have never been happy with my iMac since the day I got it.
Yeah, I had one iMac last 10 years, and then the second one only lasted 2 years.
Oh, that's terrible. I assume it was under Apple Care.
The second one, the Apple Care had just expired.
Oh, how terrible.
Yeah, that was a fun conversation with Apple. So, I just sent out the reminder text, and I believe the participants are starting to show up.
Okay, well, good, because we've got good entertainment tonight, giving people a chance.
I think the entertainment was the call for your mastermind members earlier today. That stuff was pretty incredible.
Well, we're going to talk about that. How did you like that?
While you were making a tool, it gave me an idea for the tool I was making, and I'm like, oh, this keeps getting better. I'm like, it's just,
So guess what we're doing tomorrow?
oh, well,
We are all making a tool.
I like it.
Every single person is making a tool that they can sell.
Uh, I make it smart. I think I've never seen anything like it because I went and I'm like, is this a real tool? And I hit the code button to see the source code. I'm like, oh, there's like 5,000 lines of code that this thing wrote for me in the background while it's showing me the front end interface. I didn't have to write anything, and I'm like, my mind was blown when I saw that.
Listen, any app like that is simple to use. I want to see if it can maybe build my complex stuff.
Yeah, or if you need to make a series, yeah, I want to see intermediate. I want to see the thing I'm making. I think is intermediate, but it's just really exciting to see that's where technology is heading. And with that, I'm gonna switch to my Wi-Fi. I'm gonna mute myself, and I'll let you take over since you're gonna talk about what we're talking about.
Well, everybody deserves to know. So let's get rid of the Q&A. Let's see. I don't see everybody here. Let's see numbers. I don't see anything. Are there people here? Yes, there are people here. Hey, everybody, it's Harlan. We got off to a slow start because it was just a tiny few people here, but you're here now. We're here now. Um, Let me ask you a question, because we did this earlier today in our weekly meeting, but it was everybody watching me. How many people here, the story of how a gal tried to solve a problem with Photoshop, and she built an app that today is Canva, that's worth a bloody fortune? How many people would like to have an app that they could sell? If again, and please Do not think that you need any special skills. So if that's you, put it into the chat that, yes, I'd like to build an app. Just say yes. I'm not seeing anything in the chat. Maybe they're in the Q&A. Okay. Chat disabled. Well, oh, okay. It's just for, okay. So you'll put it into the Q&A. So I have a couple of yeses. There we go. Now we're getting more yeses. We got a hell yes. Okay. So a couple of hours ago, we were working with members of our mastermind, and I demonstrated apps that I have been building from simple to complex. But don't let simplicity of an app fool you. In the right hands, an app can be really powerful. So, Tim's, we're actually going to talk about 44 base in just a minute. And we're even going to show you what I built today. So we built an app in under an hour. And right before, I didn't go in with any plans to build the app. I didn't go in with anything that they call a wireframe. I am not a full stack developer. If you ask me to read JavaScript, Python, or any of these other languages, I would probably melt down and have a tantrum on the floor. I don't know how to do any of those things. Nope. On the other hand, now there are tools that are literally destroying, for now, the Upwork economy. I built an app that pretty much sucks. It's on the App Store. It's and the Android store. It may be off by now because I haven't maintained it. It cost $26,000 to build. $26,000 to build. And the I gave up on it because every time I wanted to make a modification to it, they wanted another $5,000 to it. And this thing took months to make. And frankly, yeah, it's out there and it's working for those who have it, but it's crazy. Then I had this idea to take some images that I had generated and I wanted to convert them into a long video, put them into an app and connect to Runway, which generates videos, and have it generate 12, was it, what did I do? We did 12 5-second videos or 6 10-second videos. I don't know what it was. I wanted a minute worth of videos. And I built the app myself. I priced it on Upwork again. And one guy quoted me $5,000 a month. And he said it would take them 5 or 6 months to build. And I actually gave them all of the ideas for the app. And they wouldn't budge on their price. I built it myself in Manus in probably the better part of a day, debugging it. And Manus told me exactly what to do, and the app runs. It does what it's supposed to do. Just thinking about what exactly is possible here. What kind of apps do people want to pay for? And depending on the niche, you would be surprised. Many years ago, I met and teamed up with a programmer in Estonia, and we created an app called Viral Curation. And Viral Curation went out and it found trending topics on Facebook and social media and allowed you to create posts and share those viral posts. Because in the old days on Facebook, viral went viral. Now all the rules are changed. So we changed viral curation so that it would rewrite posts and share viral content instead of the actual post. And that still works. And we just improved it even further. But now my partner said, it's time for a new app. Viral curation is old, still works, but we need a new app. I want you to buy the name Bradley, BRADLY.ai. You can go there, it doesn't work. And I'm going to build an app. And he goes and he builds an app. And I go to the app and I haven't used the app. And I go to the app and it says, give me your URL. Okay. I gave them my URL. And all of a sudden, before I can think about it, it's spitting out articles without knowing what it's talking about. And I went, this thing is terrible. He goes, yeah, but it can post to social media. I said, great. Now we can post terrible articles to social media. So I killed that idea. And then I gave him another idea, which he started working on today. And he went, you know, doing it your way is a heck of a lot easier and faster than what I did. Having an app that's worth selling in a day is a lot better than paying that kind of money and it taking months. So, what kind of ideas would you have for an app? What would you pay for? Put it in the question box. Well, I'm not going to name names. What would you pay for? And I don't mean phone apps. I mean like online apps. What would you pay for? What would be important to you? Who knows? I might even build your app right. Health. Say more about health, Brooke. Because I might just build a health app because I could use one. Personal health coach for proactive healthcare. Okay, what more would go in that? Curing the body from ailments. Well, you're going to have a problem with an app that does that and trying to sell that. I'll tell you why. Not that it's not a good idea, but the word cure is an illegal word when it comes to health. The FTC will come after you. Treating, same thing. You have to choose language that is legal. How to manage our microbiome. That's interesting. Health and exercise. Ooh, curtail. you're, you're, you can promote healthy body functioning. You can't cure, eliminate, curtail, or any of those words. How do I know this? Because books are supposed to be a protected idea. And I tried to fundraise for a book that was called The Cancer Cure for Dogs. And I can't advertise the book, even though it's written. And it's true and it's accurate and it will cure cancer for dogs. Um, but I was deliberately choosing that title. Okay. Managing health habits. Using 6 pillars of health: sleep, exercise, nutrition, stress management, and exogenous factors. Are you talking about exogenous ketones? I don't know what you mean, Vincent. What's an exogenous anti-aging diet? Because you're taking money out of the pharmaceutical. No, they don't care if you do. You just have to use the right language. You just have to use the right language. You can have as many. I sell supplements, but before I put a supplement on the market, I pay a big chunk of money for an FTC lawyer to look at the label and look at the claims and see if they're legal. This is not to stop you. You could do it, but you really don't want the FTC fining you for doing something illegal. Take it from somebody who's in the industry. You can't do that. You know, if you pick up any, here we go, we have it right here. I don't know if you've ever heard of this. It's called soursop. Soursop comes from a tree. It grows in the tropics, the Philippines. And what most people don't know is that soursop is one of the world's most potent and Brooke already knows it, that cures cancer. But you can't say that. I remember I took my late mother-in-law, former mother-in-law, to a doctor, and I had been trying to get her to start drinking soursop tea and taking soursop. No, 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 no. We go to a doctor, and it's his first meeting, and he's talking to her and says, "Listen, Betty, I want to tell you something. I used to have cancer. It was stage 2, heading for stage 3. And then I started taking soursop, and now I'm cancer free." And I looked at her, and she looked at me, and I said, "Does this sound familiar?" Well, I never got Betty to take soursop. Bottom line is, soursop can't say it cures cancer. If I look at the label, it says boost daily health, boost immune system, support muscle and bone health. You can't say cancer. You can't say cures cancer. So, yeah, family never listens to family. Well, what can I do? Bottom line here is you got to stay legal. So we are looking for health. You guys overwhelmingly want a health app. Okay. So app to handle CRM, not as complete as HubSpot, analytics, tracking for optimal marketing to make timely decisions. Okay. If you give your body what it needs, your body will hear itself. Okay. So let me show you what I've created this week. Let's get rid of that. We're closing some windows here, opening some windows. Let's go to Zoomy. Okay, here's a big app I built. This one's called AI Pattern Detector. You can upload documents, and it will tell you whether it's AI or not. So let's go get a document that I told Chat GPT-5 to create the worst AI document ever. Here it is. We're going to upload it. Look how fast this thing, I upload it. It's already done. This is 100% written by AI. 100% written by AI. Okay, well, here's a paper that I did with my stepson, and I told him how to how to humanize AI. Let's see if I can find that letter. Do 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 do. I think we'll take. Let's go get it. Go this one. Here's a speech he gave, done by AI, and someone knows how to humanize content because it passed with very unlikely AI. I built this app. This was a big app. I also have built Lead Spark. Find the business. Let's look for plumber. And in my zip code, let's generate some leads. And there they are. They found 15 leads in my zip code. I built that. Would people pay for access to it? Oh, yeah, they would. All right, let's go to another app. VO3 Maestro. Build build the perfect prompts for Google VO3 videos. Subject, category, background, style, what's type of video, what you want to say, what gender of the voice, what accent, Canadian accent, Scottish accent, voice quality. You can have multiple voices. $29 a month saves you a heck of a lot of money. Now, I built this one just a couple of hours ago while good folks were watching. This analyzes Amazon books. Someone type in the name of a book and Corey, call it out to me. Type in the name of a book. Probably a good nonfiction book. What do we got in there, Corey?
Book of Enoch, I saw. Enter in the Q&A. What book would you like analyzed by Harlan's tool? I got book of Who Moved My Cheese.
Okay, let's go to Amazon. I like that book. Who Moved My Cheese? Old book, good book though.
Oldie but goodie.
And I copy the URL. Now I come back to my app. Now, if you want to rank your book higher, well, you're about to get some really good information. Oh, title and author, look at the categories, look at all the keywords, change management that it's ranking for, reader feedback, simple, accessible writing style, Negatives overly simplifies complex issues. Okay, let's go to the dashboard and let's generate a report on this book. And here's the report looking at detailed analysis of the negative feedback, strategic recommendations. You can download this report. If you're writing a book on, if you're writing a book on Amazon, do you think that would help you rank your book better, knowing the keywords that they use and I could have it generate an SEO description of the book based on what you type in? Do you think that that would be a useful thing? And if someone is an author on Amazon, that would be useful, even if I built it in a niche. Even if I built it in a niche, maybe I did it for romance novels. Get your romance novel to rank higher. This is possible, and this is real. So I'm a big believer in when I show people how to do it, um, can it identify the audience most appropriate for the book to help with marketing? And how would you market? If we asked it to identify the audience, probably would. Okay. So the bottom line here is it will do. Now, in the building of an app, I don't want you to think that you just like, okay, here we go, 1, 2, 3 app. You have to know what you're doing. Apps make mistakes. And so you have a concept that's called iterations. Iterations means fixing the app or debugging. And sometimes the app thinks that it has done something and it hasn't done it. So you need patience and guidance and somebody looking over your shoulder in order to do it. So what do you say we build an app right now? Okay, let's build an app, one that we can sell. Who thinks that's a good idea? Yes, no, maybe so. It's going to be a health app too. And more than watching me do it tomorrow, I want you guys to build an app. How would you like to build an app for free? For free. You don't have to pay anything. Free, 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 free. What movie is that from? Where the guy is jumping around free? It's an old cartoon. Free, 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 free. I don't remember where it was. I just remember it. Okay, who knows what movie that was from? Where the guy's jumping around going free? Anyone know? Memory, you know? You hit that number and then all of a sudden your memory goes. Okay, and people go, there was never a movie that said that. Okay, all right, maybe not. Okay, so here we go. We're going to go build an app. Let me go get it set up. So we got a nice, clean platform.
Now, hey, Harlan, hypothetically with these apps, once it's created, is it something only you could use, or you can actually get a link where somebody else can use it too?
Well, I mean, if we look at what I did with all of those things like VO3 Maestro, that's a public. You go to vo3maestro.com and you'll have to log in to use it and verify you are who you are. But I'm wondering whether this is just, I could have built my app faster here. But let's let's go. Did you have another question there?
No, we got a enthusiastic hell yes from Vincent that you're going to be doing a live demonstration though.
Okay, so here we are. Um, we are building an app for my
Oh man, that
keto business.
fun.
What's the matter? We follow strict keto with no grains, pseudo grains, no starchy, carby.
Hey, Harlan, I'm not sure if you know you are not screen sharing yet.
Oh no, thank you.
Hey,
Well,
that's what I'm here for.
okay. We are building an app for my keto business. We follow strict keto with no grains, pseudo grains. I spelled that wrong. No carby veggies. No sweeteners except um, stevia. What else are our rules there? We encourage intermittent fasting. Um, Supplements including electrolytes, daily, berberine, turmeric, ashwagandha. What else? And my own favorite, ginkgo biloba. Ashwagandha. What else do we want? We encourage exercising, especially HIIT training and um, cardio and light weights 2 times for HITT training, let's say 2 times a week. Cardio, such as walking, cycling, swimming daily, and light weights. I light weights 2 times a week. We want people to be able to generate recipes for breakfast, lunch, or dinner from a choice of cuisines, namely American, Mediterranean, uh, Mexican, Chinese, Thai, or Indian. Okay, what am I leaving out, guys? All of our health people here. What am I leaving out? How much water should they drink?
Should it have a water tracker even for them, like to knock off their gallon of water for the day?
All right, let's go. Let's start building. Notice my very scientific coding language that I used. Did everybody like that secret coding trick that I used? Now you can't interrupt it while it's working, unlike Manus. We're going to be making changes to this. Very rarely is the first thing what we want. We're going to look at it and go, oh, I don't know about that. Ooh, it's adding stuff today, weekly progress, recent activity, cuisine color mappings, editing recipes page. Building LLM prompt for keto recipe.
Hey, Harlan, while that's working, we've got a good question here from Larry.
Okay.
What are the advantages of using this software over something like Manus?
Um, there's generally a lot of decoding and correcting. This is a lot faster. I built this in Manus and it took a lot of debugging to get it running. This does more faster. Manus does some really great things, but when it comes to tools, it's some things it does great. Simple tools, complex tools, uh, would definitely go, this is easier.
I'll tell you what Manus can do. Once you make the app, it can build all the marketing and everything required to get the app out there.
Oh, yeah. You can send Manus to your app when it's public, give it the URL. Quick add buttons. I mean, what do you think that I could charge for this app if it does what it says? What do you think I could charge a month? Type in what you think.
We've got a $9.99 a month. We've got a $29.99 a month. We've got a $49 a month. 20 a month. I think 20 a month might be spot on where you get into the whole volume versus price factor.
Okay, here we go.
We have some
There's our
custom.
app. There's our app. How long was that actually? How long do you think we were here? Like 10 minutes building this?
Probably 5 minutes prompting, 5 minutes waiting for it to get to work.
Okay, let's generate a recipe. Oh, didn't.
Oh no, it doesn't work. You have to debug it yourself, right, Harlan?
No, it's debugging it himself. Of course, I can help with that. I made a small mistake.
I actually think this might be my favorite part of this tool is it actually making mistakes and debugging it itself. Can you, Angela, want to know, could you hypothetically add specific niches like pre-menopause or menopausal women who are using keto?
Of
I'm sure you
course.
could.
Of course. So look at this. Choose your cuisine. Let's go for Mediterranean. And let's generate a Mediterranean breakfast. Oh, I got to scroll down for it. There it is. I ask you, is this awesome or is this awesome? Okay, now that you see it in operation, let's go for a Thai dinner. Thai basil chicken. Woo! Let's see, water tracker. Today's hydration, 64 ounces. Yes, it wants you to set a goal. Supplements. Oh, Hey, supplements. Page not working.
Hey Harlan, we got some activity in the Q&A section. People are catching what you're throwing. Um, is this platform better than Bolt in your opinion? I don't
I think it's easier. Way easier.
easier. Okay. Uh,
Listen, I'm using those tough platforms. I'm using Emergent and whatever. And let me tell you, I was going to build this on Emergent. I'd still be working on it. I have a really difficult app to build, and I think I'm probably going to see if I can build it here. I might be done in a day.
the next comment was, how do we get the recording? This is great. Thank you. We'll mail out and we'll text a copy of the recording tomorrow.
But
And
tomorrow, I'm going to make sure every single person builds it under my supervision. Supplement tracker. Oh, yeah.
oh,
Explain
there it is.
supplement.
I like this app. Brooke says awesome. Paul says awesome. Anonymous said which AI? This is Base44.
Okay.
Vincent wants to know, can it make a mobile app too?
This, no. Other apps, yes. This one, no. So hold on. Because it has a mobile app for Apple has to be built in iOS. So Emergent can do it, but it's pretty expensive. And then you have to debug it. So, okay, so hold on. We need to add at the top of the supplements list, MCT oil or powder. Okay, I forgot MCT oil.
While that's thinking, three people asked the exact same question. How does this compare to Replit? Or I don't know how to say it, but I know what we're
Replit,
talking
yeah, Replit is one of those heavy duty app builders. And the thing about those app builders is that I've been explaining to people is that those all of those builders, Cursor, Emergent, Replit, etc., and there are a ton of them, and they all build apps, but they do something really weird. And what they do is, while you are building your app to be seen by the public, like we're doing right here, um, it um, um, it is building something that calls local. In other words, it's the practice ground where it practices, and very often it makes a really um, um, a really bad mistake in um, distinguishing real from imaginary. So if I go to emergent right now and I work on my code, where are we? You go back and see my last conversations with it. Okay, Here, back end, family system working correctly. Front end has a separate trial check, but don't know about family members. Quick fix. Look at this. I can update the front end function to recognize family members. I can note it's saying I can do it. And I have to say, well, you can't update anything. Give me the fix. Okay, you're absolutely right. So these apps spend hours of your time and a hell of a lot of your credits hallucinating between real and fake. Real and fake. Now, I want to point out to you that I showed you here building an app. Oh, and we're going to change the brand. The brand is called the app name is Keto 2026 by Completely Keto. I need some health disclaimers at the bottom. You can see them and take from my page at completelyketo.com. We want a privacy policy, terms and conditions, everything at the bottom of the page should appear at the very bottom of this app. Oh, it's not taking mine, it's doing its own. Health disclaimers, privacy policy, terms of service based on standard practices for health and wellness apps. Okay with me. Let's look at the exercise page. There we are. And it'll track it. Okay, folks, what else should we do?
All right, Harlan, we got a lot of open questions to catch up on.
Go ahead. I got a lot of open answers.
Hypothetically, could you create a price comparison app where it pulls pricing for the same product from different realtors and compares prices high to low?
Yes, why not?
Well, yeah, I don't see why not. Let's see. How do you publish this to the web when you're done? I already know the answer is that top right button. There's a publish button.
No, that's not the correct answer because we're
Oh.
missing something. We are missing something. I asked what we're missing. Nobody has figured it out yet. No, no, no. We are missing something. Tell me what we are missing, folks.
The back end, how we pay to use it.
Yeah. Don't you want to get paid?
A payment button.
Yeah,
Yeah.
payment button, recurring payments. Oh, yeah, we need that. What's the point? And by the way, how many people think this appbase44.com apps, this not long number, is a really sexy way that people can find our app?
I
Think that's a good idea?
don't think so.
Okay. Well, come by tomorrow and we'll answer all of those. Maybe we'll make it an extra long class and I'll show you everything. I will have to I will have to blank my screen a couple of times. Um, but otherwise, Stripe will throw me out. Um, I can't show you my Stripe secret keys and stuff like that. Um, it would be bad. So
It would be bad.
it would be bad. Okay. And then we need a domain name and we need it set up. But does this look worth $19.95 a month or $29.95 a month? What would make it worth $29.95 a month?
The There's been I've seen the same question many times. A lot of people ask why not use X, Y, or Z software, and the answer is they all work. This just seems to be the easiest one for a begin, not even a beginner, the easiest one to use where you don't have to be debugging it yourself. Let's see. Price is good for 20, meal planning, grocery shopping list.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Wait. Okay. Shopping lists.
I do like the shopping list. Shopping list, meal planner.
Okay.
Plan meals for a week.
When generating, the reason I didn't put a week in is because I want to test it without overwhelming the API. When generating a meal, also generate the shopping list. And ask if they would like to add those ingredients to a to a weekly shopping cart. And if they are an Instacart member, can you connect so they can order their groceries at the same time? How about that?
Hey, Harlan, when I was using Base44 earlier and something I'm working on, it actually couldn't debug it, so it added lines of code to create debugging codes, and then had me do it on my end, hit F12, and then it pulled the debug codes that it created to find its own mistake. I thought it was like crazy that it did that. All right, more questions.
Can't do Instacart. Hold on. Wait a second.
Oh,
Got to finish. Go ahead. More
what
questions.
what would a marking plan after the build look like? I think that's
I would go over to Manus and have it, but let's pretend that you are someone who has, I don't know, 1.5 million keto followers on Facebook and a mailing list of 75,000. Would that help? Do you think that would help launch this sucker?
I think something like that would be helpful.
Yeah, well, you're in the right place.
That might be a conversation.
That might be a conversation. Okay. Um, okay. Um, I think
We gotta thank you for showing us this.
we have a communication error. Exercise is every single day. Just certain exercises are limited, but every day has exercise. Okay, so you go ahead and you build this app, and then you don't know what to do with it. You don't know how to make money. Well, that's part two. And I am very, very excited to tell you that part two is tomorrow at 5 p.m. And when I say free, you can actually build an app for free. You might have to upgrade if it gets very complicated, but what I'm seeing here, I might even have another app built by tomorrow. Okay. But I'm going to take this app tomorrow and I'm going to add a domain name to it and I'm going to set it up and I'm going to add Stripe to it and I'm going to charge. And then hopefully you guys are going to build an app too under my supervision. Now, we have a group, you probably heard it before. Some of you are repeat offenders here again and again. Some of you are already members and were there at our meeting today. But tomorrow, there we go. Okay, so hold on. So why do some days have a green and some days don't? So it's working. Join us at justmanus.com. Justmanus.com. And by the end of our session tomorrow, we're going to put our pedal to the metal. We start promptly at 5 p.m. 5 p.m. Don't come late. We start at 5 p.m. How much does it cost? Well, we're giving you a 7-day trial to see what kind of stuff we do in the group. So that means you could attend, see how it's done, create an app tomorrow, and go, oh, that was cool. I wonder what else they do in this place, and stick around. The way to join is to go to justmanus.com
Hey,
and do
Harlan,
it. Okay.
you're having a brain fart. It's join Manus.
What did I say?
You said just.
Just Manus. Joinmanus.com. Okay. And you can do this. What happens in our Manus group? Well, let's show you. Do. Here we are. The School of Manus Mastery. Okay. We have classes, gyms. Well, here's our schedule. You can see our classes. We have classes every day. Where's the calendar? Right there. So on Monday is the ever popular book publishing with Jim. Super popular. The guy knows everything about books, just publishing books, writing books, and making you money with books. On Tuesday, Harris is all about AI prompting, and his specialty is images and videos. The man can create images like no one you've ever seen. Wednesday, Midweek Mastery, also known as Ask Me Anything with Corey, and he handles that. Today, we had our open house where I built that app that you saw for the Amazon. And on 5 p.m. tomorrow is the Money Bootcamp. Now, if you just went through the recordings for the Money Bootcamp, you would go crazy just knowing what's there and how much money there is to be made simply. Now, let me ask you a question. Did what we do tonight look hard? Okay. Answer me. Did it look hard? Type it in. Tell me. Easy peasy, not hard. But that's where the looks easy, but then you got to take it to market. You got to build the back end. You've got to get the domain name. You've got to set up the domain names properly. Otherwise, it's not going to point to what you want. So you're going to have to pick a good domain name. And then get that set up. So when people type that in, they come to your app instead of that. Then you need a payment gateway. Then you need people to manage their payments, right? Someone subscribes and wants to cancel, you need to handle that. So these are all the things that nobody shows you. And then we take it from there to market it. So if you want to see how money is made, now there are people who build apps who someone told me, who was it? Someone told me that where did we see that about the period tracker? Corey, did you tell me that?
Was it the one that sold for a lot of money, or are we talking about two different things?
No, there's a period tracker. I don't know what it even does and that it's worth it, but they're doing $100,000 a month. with a
Wow.
period tracker. $100,000 a month with a period tracker.
And I'm sure there's a way to do it better than they're doing it.
Always a way to do it better. Now, there are a lot of health people here. There are a lot of health people who have good ideas, and I've seen that you guys know a lot about health. Imagine if you could help save people's lives by building something useful for them and get paid really well for it. Would that be something that you would like? Get paid really well for building an app with integrity, building an app that saves lives. There are all kinds of popular apps. Paul says knowledge is power. Brooke is saying yes. Well, I want you right now to say yes, not to me, not to me, not to Manus. I want you to say yes to a different kind of future. I want you to say yes to a future where there is no scarcity in your life. I want you to say yes to a life where that you have everything that comes from the positive energy that you want to put out. And in order for you to succeed, to complete the circuit, you have to set up the receptacle for the positive energy to come back to you, or otherwise the cycle isn't complete. When you are a health person, you need to understand that what you are looking for is an exchange of energy. You are putting your knowledge, you are putting your energy into this app. And if you just give, the cycle of energy is not there. You need to let people come to you. There's an old secret that I learned a long time ago. I was a hypnotist. I used to do free sessions all the time to help people. And I learned something. Most important lesson I learned is if they ain't paying, they ain't gonna change. They do not value it. Simply putting a price tag of $9.95 a month, $19.95 a month, $29.95 a month says that you value your knowledge. And guess what? People who pay don't complain unless there's a really good reason. People who get it for free, they're the biggest complainers. I have paid groups on Facebook and I have free groups on Facebook. All of the complainers, they're in the free groups. In the paid groups, nope, not at all. So, folks, we got something here that is different. We got something here that is powerful. We got something here that can change your life, but only if you let it in. You know, there's an old example that says, is the cup half full or is the cup half empty? I'm not going with that example. I'm going with how much water can a cup hold? And the answer is you could fill it up until it overflows. But what if you put a glass plate on top of the cup so water can't get in? That's what a lot of people do with their lives. They block themselves from accepting, thinking that they're on a higher level. They're not. They're not on a higher level. Unfortunately, they're on a lower level because they're breaking the cycle. Tomorrow, let's make the cycle work for you. Honestly, If you come, we hope you'll stay. If you don't stay, we hope you learn something in the week. I guarantee you that if you come and you make an effort, within the next week, you will have more than one thing of value. Corey, you want to say anything about the mastermind?
Um, I do, but before I do, I actually have one of our mastermind students here with us, and I shared a link in the chat where we've got some testimonials. I'm gonna pass you over to Emily.
Okay.
Hey everyone, my name's Emily, and I have been in the mastermind, the Manus Mastermind, since the very beginning. And what's absolutely amazing to me is how month after month they keep on delivering new skills and new values, and like just new things that I can either run with or things that I can learn that make me more valuable, where I can simply understand what I'm getting. So I haven't done this current track that we're talking right now with the apps. I can tell you that I am not the most technological savvy person in the world. I'm really good with money. I'm really good with talking to people, but like creating an app is definitely not my strong point. So when I look at this, like with my personality, I would probably feel super overwhelmed. However, I know from being in this mastermind that no matter what they're teaching, I'm going to be able to accomplish it because of the support system they've put in place. So we've done numerous things in the past. We've learned how to build businesses. We've learned how to write books. I have a #1 bestseller on Amazon from this course. I've never written a book before in my life. All of a sudden, I just got asked to do another podcast today, this like financial podcast. It's amazing. And I learned how to do all of these different things each month in this mastermind. So right now they're offering 7 days free to come in and just look at all the different programs. I highly recommend you go in there for 7 days. It's completely free and look at all the different classes they have. They have them set up so easily. Like it's so easy to implement step by step. And then there's support in the community where if you don't understand it, either one of the students like myself who's done it before is more than willing to help, or they have, teachers in there responding in the chats. Everyone's wanting to see each other be successful and to create more money to like make your life better, because I'm pretty sure everyone here is feeling, inflation and feeling everything going on, whether you're a business owner or you're still doing that 9 to 5. Like everybody's trying to find a way to have an edge. This is it. This is the way to have that edge. Like whether you want to do what I was just doing, talking about with writing the books, that's in there. If you want to do these apps, fantastic. I was thinking that period app thing. I have a medical condition where I do track that kind of stuff. I knew exactly what Harlan was talking about, and it is freaking awesome. And I use the free version where I'm hit with ads all the time, and I'm sure they're making a killing off of me just opening up the app. And to know that I could go in and make it even better, because who hasn't looked at an app before and thought to yourself, hey, it would be so much better from me being a user knowing what that actually needs to be changed. And now we were just taught by Harlan how easy it is to make it. Are you kidding me? This is such a no-brainer. It's like just get into the mastermind. Again, you guys, you get 7 days for free. It's joinmanus.com. You can see it in the chat. Corey put it up. Go in there and check it out. Like it is unlimited opportunities, like all of it. It's so fantastic. So if you guys have any questions or if you want to know what it's like being a student, just let me know. I'm an open book. And you're probably like, who is this person even talking? And I just jumped right into it. And I apologize for that. My name is Emily. I've been a business owner, solely a business owner, for about 15 years now. I have done everything from financial sales to being a yoga instructor to selling insurance, which, everyone should have life insurance, by the way. I've done health insurance. Right now, I own a bookkeeping business that also does CFO services. I was a stay-at-home mom just a couple of years ago. So like if you're transitioning back to work, this is a great way to transition back. It's just, there's just so much value. I can't say enough how wonderful the environment has been with this group. There's some other masterminds I'm in, and it's either like it's so heavily influenced on being like a feminine, like girl power, or it's total like bro, like marketing type stuff. This group is actually in the middle, which is fantastic. There's something in there for everyone. And it's such a wonderful experience. When they told me that they were doing 7 days free trial to come in, I was just really excited to have more people join us because the more people that are in the group, the more we can help each other have unique ideas. And that's where the real money is. Yeah, like, sure, we can build anything, but having that unique idea is killer. And then you actually have a team here between Harlan and Corey and Jim and Harris. Like, they're going to know how to make you, like, how to help you make it happen. So I really, really, really encourage you all to just try it for a week. It's free. It's joinmanus.com. You just go in there, you check it out. Look at all the courses I'm talking about because I'm not even talking about the majority of what's going on in there. There's so much opportunity for you.
That's fantastic.
Oh, just seeing this. Was there anything that I missed, Harlan? I just feel like there's so
No.
much. It's so hard to cover it all.
That's it. You got it.
All right. Is want to make sure also anybody who had questions they've got answered before we wrapped it up. So to be clear, Harlan, you taught today how to make an app and how easy it is, and pretty much easy anybody can do it. What you really want to share tomorrow is your marketing expertise of 20 years of selling stuff on the internet on how you can now, once you create something which is clearly not difficult, how to actually take it and market it. And literally, it's for the mastermind students only. However, if you're in a free trial, you can attend the live class Friday and then all of the classes next week as well.
And you will don't just play ding dong ditch. Come attend tomorrow and leave. You got 7 days. You gotta see what Jim is doing, what Harris is doing, what Corey is doing, and next week. Honestly, we could have you making money the first week. And if you can think of any other program that can make a claim like that and isn't afraid to make a claim like that, um, you let me know about it. We're I'm not hyping anything here. You saw me build an app from scratch today. You guys suggested a health topic. I took it to keto, built a really nice app, and get ready to monetize it. I want to show it to other people on my team, invite them to see the app, and then let's take it from there. Let's take it from there. Seriously, joinmanus.com. This is not we don't need to give you any hype. We don't need to scream at you saying this is going away. It's not. But the opportunity to work with me live is tomorrow. Tomorrow. Don't want to work with me live? Want to work with me privately? That's fine. It's $1,000 an hour. It's my fee. But you join the mastermind and you can join us tomorrow for app building. Think about it. I mean, getting a maybe out of you should not be the hardest thing in the world. Seriously. So
Hey,
I'm not gonna stay on here and beat your heads in to get you to join because it's just not necessary. This is in your interest.
Hey, we've got a pretty good question here. So hypothetically, let's say I join the mastermind. How much does base 44 cost in order for me to do the things you're going to teach me how to do?
So there are different levels. Let's go to another screen and I'll bring it up. I didn't know that they had a Reddit group. Um, who needs it? Honestly.
It's so easy that it almost feels like you're cheating using that tool.
Okay. So they have yearly and monthly. So you can get free, and that's what I'm talking about tomorrow, is you'll build an app for free, but it will be some limits on that. Starter, $20 a month. Okay, 100 message credits a month, 2,000 integration credits. I think I'm probably a builder. I think I'm probably on builder. Where can I see my plan? Do, 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 do.
Top left, that little icon, yeah. You're on
I,
builder.
I'm a builder and I have monthly credits out of 250. So I have the builder. I'm paying $50 a month. And $50 a month is plenty. But by tomorrow, I might have another app built. I just might.
So
And
all
that
in,
one, I'm planning on selling it somewhere between 79 and 99 a month.
hey, Harlan, if somebody was like, hey, I really like the idea of building apps, I just don't have anything to build apps for, and they wanted to sell apps as a service, what
Oh,
kind
yeah,
of
they could do
range?
that. But the other thing that we could do is do. We could, is this? What if we had a list of tools that you could build?
We almost forgot about that.
Well, let's download it. I don't think I even put this in the group yet.
Harlan, you might as well just download it and post it in the group right now for the members, and anybody who does a free trial, they can just download it right now.
And be ready for tomorrow.
Exactly.
Deal risk customer win back campaigns. How cool stuff. Cash flow. Look at these. Look at these that Emily can build.
Yeah,
Pull Emily over to the screen to see these.
hey, Emily, come here. Um, you know, this is really, oh, a cash flow predicting app. Oh, hey, Emily, would you like to make any of these? Let me make you full screen. Um, Potential app ideas that Manus suggested for.
Tax document organizer is a huge one. People love that. Asset depreciation calculator, it's super fascinating. Cash flow predictor would be really good. I'm reading from the bottom to the top. Budget variance analyzer, assessment tool. I would think a risk assessment tool would be very cool. Vendor payment tracker, I would do that one if you want to just do something fast. Employee performance tracker, super cool stuff.
And let's just say you didn't know how to build these things.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of money would you expect to be spending on software since own a bookkeeping agency and see how much people pay for software every month?
Oh, people pay thousands of dollars a month for their software.
So a lot of $50 payments.
Yeah.
A lot of
Yeah, and then they pay so much on software that people think it'd be just easier to build it, and they're looking at price tags of like $5,000, $10,000 to build it, and in their mind they're saving money because they're looking at the long-term benefit of having it and then being able to sell it to others.
By
So
the
ha-
way, here we're looking at the suggestions for health and wellness.
Thanks, Emily. Yeah, it's just Harlan made a app that could be built cheat sheet
This is fantastic.
for anybody who joins the mastermind. A little inspiration guide.
That is absolutely amazing.
But remember, guys, free tomorrow, you can build an app for free. You can build an app for free. You don't have to pay Base. You don't have to pay us. Just get in there. It should be a no-brainer. All right, speaking of no-brainers, we have gone on for an hour and a half, and if in an hour and a half of seeing magic, you aren't convinced that this is something that anybody can do, including you, including me giving you all of the ideas to do it, then good luck.
Well,
We'll see you. Ciao. Arrivederci. Shalom. See you next week. Take care, everybody.
hey, Harlan, there's a bunch of thank yous in the Q&A for the people from people on here. I think they really liked the demo this week.
Okay.
And I want to just leave everybody with this thought. It's free to do the trial. It's free to use Base44. The trial's 7 days. Hypothetically, if you're a really big action taker, you could spend little to no money and in a week have something that you could go and profit with. And with that, that might be the convincing you need that this mastermind is worth paying for compared to those things that are out there where maybe they fire hose you with information, but you never actually learn a strategy to apply and make money. We've have had people join in the community in their first month. They've made back the cost of being in the community. We want that to be the goal for people who take a lot of action. So if you're an action taker, do the free trial. If you're not an action taker, that's cool too. Do the free trial too, so you could learn something and then make a decision on maybe this is the thing that you want to implement that you learn. So, and Harlan, thanks for doing these calls every week. You just add so much value, and then in the paid calls, it's just, it's straight to business. It's almost like you have a master's degree or doctorate in educating people on how to do things.
Yeah, it's almost as if.
Almost as if.
Almost as if. All right, everybody. This is it. Take care. Have a great night. Bye-bye.